Did the United States Secretary of State accidentally call his own boss, Donald Trump, stupid on the world stage? That is the question that unexpectedly hijacked global headlines during a high-stakes diplomatic tour. Marco Rubio was sent to New Delhi with a clear mission. After a strange diplomatic summit in China, Washington needed to pivot and solidify its crucial Indo-Pacific alliances, starting with India. This chart shows a troubling trend underneath the official state visits. It tracks a sharp, engineered spike in anti-Indian sentiment metrics across American social media platforms over the last few years. The United States needs India as a strategic partner to balance power in Asia, but unmanaged, toxic domestic internet culture is bleeding into the real world, sabotaging foreign policy efforts. The rhetoric reaches the highest levels of the American political system. Donald Trump recently shared a document to his millions of followers, explicitly labeling both India and China as hellhole countries. Standard diplomatic protocol dictates that everyone ignore these provocations. Visiting officials and host nations usually smile, shake hands, and stick strictly to pre-approved talking points to keep the peace. But that unwritten rule was broken during a highly publicized joint press conference, standing right next to India's External Affairs Minister, S. Jaishankar. We are looking at a reality today where an assertive media apparatus refuses to let foreign dignitaries smile through insults. Ignoring domestic rhetoric is no longer a viable strategy for modern diplomats. Indian journalist Siddhant Sibal took the microphone and laid out an unavoidable question. He directly confronted Rubio about the rising tide of racism targeting Indians, specifically pointing out that these comments have seen endorsement from U.S. leadership. This diagram illustrates the exact rhetorical trap Rubio stepped into. If he defends the comments, he insults his host nation. If he attacks the comments, he effectively attacks his own president. Rubio tried to carve out a middle path. He attempted to dodge the geopolitical weight of the issue by waving off the online commenters as nothing more than stupid people. Because Donald Trump himself explicitly endorsed the hellhole narrative, Rubio's dismissive defense looped right back on itself. He accidentally grouped the sitting U.S. president into his bucket of stupid people. A single, precisely targeted question from the press dismantled millions of dollars and months of carefully planned international diplomatic posturing in about 30 seconds. The immediate institutional reaction only worsened the damage. Attempting to project total transparency, the U.S. State Department posted the exact exchange between Rubio and the journalist directly to their official Twitter account. The public backlash was swift. American users flooded the official post to mock their own administration, asking the State Department if their own anti-Indian comments now meant the government officially considered them stupid. Facing a rapid spiral of negative engagement, the State Department panicked. They completely deleted the post, which drew even more global attention to the entire blunder. Deleting social media posts to hide a digital foreign policy disaster only confirms an administration's vulnerability. It exposes a lack of a coherent global strategy. The fallout didn't stay contained to U.S.-India relations. Rival powers immediately seized the opportunity. Chinese state media mocked the preventable mistake, questioning how anyone could take American diplomacy seriously. This incident damaged the core goal of Rubio's trip. It leaves a lingering layer of distrust in New Delhi that Donald Trump's later claims of "I love Modi" cannot easily erase. In an era of hyper-connectivity, careless domestic rhetoric serves as free geopolitical ammunition for international adversaries. Historically, nations in the global south often swallowed Western insults, keeping them quiet to maintain access to crucial economic and military alliances. That dynamic has changed. This reflects an assertive, geopolitically aware Indian public and media apparatus that now demands respect and forces accountability directly on the world stage. A superpower can no longer demand strategic loyalty abroad while harboring disrespect at home. The rest of the world is watching, and they are demanding answers.
If you value clarity over chaos, explore more on Clear Lens X.